like some others have done, about which more later. I'm here because I'm angry that in a year, as Angela said, which is shaping up to be one of those epic years. Lenin said there are decades when nothing happens, but there are weeks when decades happen. We're in those weeks, decades are happening, and we need Tommy Sheridan with us in the vanguard of that great epic. Series of struggles that are unrolling, both at home and abroad. It's a big loss to us that Tommy is not with us. I'm here because I too think that the expenditure of millions of pounds and 52,000 hours of police time and the services of 22 mainly senior police officers working month after month, year after year on a perjury case at a time when no other perjury case of its kind has ever been prosecuted in Scotland, at a time when we've got crime on every street, crime in every estate, crime in every city, and when we've got some of the biggest criminals in the country looting the banks of millions of pounds at public expense, when we've got members of Parliament fiddling their expenses and flipping their houses and cheating the taxpayer out of tens, no, scores, in some cases hundreds of thousands of pounds, it's suspicious to me that £4 million and 52,000 hours was spent hunting down Tommy Sheridan. I don't know, because I can't see into his mind or his heart if Tommy did anything wrong, though I'm absolutely sure, thanks to my reading of James Dolman's blog, and I'm glad to be able to pay tribute to him this evening, I'm absolutely sure that there is reasonable doubt that Tommy Sheridan should have been acquitted. There is reasonable doubt on the very narrow and few charges on which he was convicted. Most of the charges were abandoned, and I know that the charge maintained for years against Gail Sheridan and then abandoned was itself a conspiracy against justice in this country, and all these things. And I'm here because of the conduct of the Lothian and Borders Police, those friends of liberty. I'll tell you what, it's the only political point I'm going to make. If I'm elected to the Scottish Parliament in May, I'll be hunting the Crown Office and the Lothian and Borders Police until we get to the bottom of this whole affair. You know, when I'm hunting somebody, they usually know about it. So I give them fair warning at the Crown Office and at the Lothian and Borders Police. You better hope I don't get elected in the city of Glasgow in May. I'm here because I believe that the news of the world and the Murdoch Empire are a malignant cancer in the land that must be rooted out, cut out, extirpated, as quickly as ever to be free. And I've known that for a very, very long time, long before the Tommy Sheridan case. I raised it many times in Parliament, in debates, in questions. I'm one of the people whose telephone was being tapped. I know that because the Metropolitan Police came and told me so. I'm one of the people who's suing the News of the World, who's suing Rupert Murdoch. Some people have settled and signed confidentiality agreements. Some of them reportedly settled for £1 million. By the grace of God, I have no need for money. So I tell you this now, I will never settle. I will never sign a confidentiality agreement. I want my day in court with the new world, with Rupert Murdoch, and his son, and with his daughter, and with all these chieftains of the Murdoch Empire. So don't even bother, Mr. Murdoch, offering me a check. I'll see you in court, and when I get you there, I'll be asking you about Tommy Sheridan's phone, and I'll be asking you about Andy Coulson, and I'll be asking you about the other criminals that you've got working for you. Can you believe these hypocrites, publishers of a dirty, sexist, misogynistic, homophobic, Islamophobic, racist rag, talking about truth and talking about justice? And can you believe anybody who calls themselves a socialist, taking their money, collaborating and conspiring with them month after month, year after year? And they don't want to be called scabs. They're rats. That's what they are. Rats who took the money of Murdoch to do in Tommy Sheridan. I never liked these people. Even when you liked them, and I had to pretend I liked them. I was on the television with that. What's her name? It used to be an MSP. Telling the nations I cannot tell a lie. She sat next to me for years on the Scottish Labour Party executive, telling us that there was nothing called the militant. It didn't exist. She was only a reader of a newspaper. These hypocrites that cannot tell a lie. They cannot tell a lie, but they can lie down with the dogs of the Murdoch Empire. Well, really, you lie down with dogs, you get fleas. And these flea-infested rats that played that role to put Tommy in jail. There are no words. I hope I have conveyed the documents of contempt. Maybe I've been a bit mealy-mouthed. Maybe I should have said what I really meant. But I tell you this. Gail's closing words about the bars behind which these people will always serve their time. You see, the brave man, as Shakespeare said, the brave man dies only once. The coward dies many times before his death. These cowards, these traitors who have lived and conspired against Tommy will go to their graves, I hope, many years hence. As a Roman Catholic, I can't wish anyone an early death. I hope they live long lives. The better to contemplate the shameful, sordid, despicable thing that they did. One thing I'm sure of,